Let's set the Facebook Live up real quick. Right, I'm going to hit go live. It should, it'll tell us on Zoom when it's...
Got it.
I think we are good. Hello and welcome to 4,000 and Counting, a special episode joined by Saff and Jodie, live from Jaca in Spain. Girls, welcome to 4,000 and Counting podcast. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us here. How has it been so far in Spain?
Yeah, it's going really well. We won our first game 8-0 last night, got going. The other games have happened and fallen the right way for us so far.
Just saying that, we're talking a little bit off air and we'll get into it a little bit later about how long you've been in that division. But Saff, how important is it in these tournaments where the other results go for you a little bit? Because sometimes you don't get any luck, and sometimes like this today, we've had a bit of luck go our way.
Yeah, very important. You know, obviously winning every game is the key to it, and obviously that's our goal anyway. But when, so for example, so far every other team has dropped at least 1 point. So Spain and Latvia went to overtime, and Spain then won on penalty shots, but that meant that everybody has dropped a point. And Chinese Taipei tonight beat Mexico. And of course we beat Chinese Taipei last night, so it is important. Every point counts and matters. Rankings don't really mean a lot. Anything can happen in these games, so for everyone else to have already dropped a point and for us to be kind of, you know, rolling the right way, it's a great start.
So I tuned into a bit of the game yesterday, and then as I was telling you girls off air, the stream just disappeared and you couldn't find it. By the time I got it back on, you'd gone from 3-0 to 8-0. And I rolled back, watched the 5 goals. I think once you broke through that 3-0 barrier, you just looked so dominant and you really caught your stride. Everything that you kind of shot towards the end, I think the keeper got tired. I think you girls put 59 shots on her yesterday, so it's a good amount of shots to be getting in the game. What do you think changed in that third period to like really show your dominance?
I think we just gained the confidence after that the 5th goal, and I think that was the first goal in the third period. And then they took a lot of penalties, and our power play is on fire at the minute. We're practicing it every day and just getting the passing quick and the shots fired, and yeah, we moved their goalie well. So
obviously we've been quite critical of the GB women's program on this, not the girls. The amount of bullshit that you've had to put up with and the amount of finance you've had to do for yourselves and stuff. How important was a training camp in Slough before getting out here? And I know Danny Myers had some sponsored ice down at Ozone, and some of the girls went down and did a camp there. How important is it for Team GB women to have these opportunities?
It's vital. You know, we don't get a lot of ice time as it is back in club level. So every hour on the ice is huge, you know, importance to us, let alone as a group together. You know, that pre-camp in Slough, I think it was the best camp we've ever been to. You know, even the one-day camps, you know, having the whole team together, knowing that we were off to a World Championships, but able to practice systems and lines and kind of get to know the players on and off the ice. You know, a lot of them come from abroad, so maybe we haven't seen them in, well, two and a half years now, since before COVID or whatever. So it's really important for us on the ice and off the ice just to be together, and as I say, talk through things, walk through things, and put things into practice.
It's also good to get the girls together, have a bit of fun as well, right? Because
yeah,
those sort of environments, it's good. You're in the hotel, you can have a bit of a laugh. What was it? I think I spoke to you the first day you got there, Jodie, and you said you have to isolate for the first day when you got to Spain?
Yeah, we flew in Thursday. Well, it was like Thursday lunchtime we landed, and then it was a 4-hour bus drive from Barcelona. So as soon as we got to the hotel, we had to pick our dinner up and go straight to our rooms, and we weren't allowed out until breakfast the next day. We were allowed to collect our food, but we had to all eat in our rooms and isolate away from each other, which was pretty hard, but I think it was vital rest time as well. So we had like 2 straight days off until we were back on the ice on Saturday morning.
Gives you the hunger to get back out there, right?
Yeah.
Couple of days off, you want to get the legs going. like I said, you look dominant in that game there. So obviously today being a rest day, you go again tomorrow. I think it's 7 p.m. UK time. You face Spain. Now, what's the expectation when facing Spain? Are they a good side? I don't know much about the Spain women's team, if I'm honest.
I think a lot of their background is roller, so they're quite skillful. Not the best skaters, so I think.
What a life, eh? Just being in Spain, playing roller hockey, hanging out, drinking sangria.
Pretty much. Yeah, but I think our team, we're much better skaters. We are skillful, so I think we'll come out on top, but definitely.
Love the confidence, by the way. I'd love to hear that. And then after that, you already talked about Mexico picking up points. Did you say they picked up points today?
No, they lost.
They dropped points today. So you then play them again the 7th. You seem to have got quite a nice schedule here. Get a rest day game, and then a couple of games to finish off. But what's the expectation against Mexico? That's an expected win, yeah?
I mean, no wins expected, but we're confident. Like any game in this tournament, I think we come out and play our game, and I don't think we have anything to worry about. Obviously, we need to bring the game to the ice, but no, I mean, we're in my opinion, we're far more skillful and strong, far better skaters. Yeah. So we should definitely dominate the game, but. You know, we have played them in the past and kind of struggled to get the goals. It's been quite a scrappy game, but as I say, we're coming out, we're putting the pucks in the net now, so I don't think that's a worry for us. So it should be quite a good game.
I'm looking forward to seeing how you girls get on. I'm pretty sure that those 2 games are going to see 2 victories, and then obviously it all comes down to the last game. You play Latvia. Latvia dropped points already, which is beneficial. Obviously, in men's hockey, Latvia are a bit of a powerhouse. They're right up there in the top 4 every year. What are they like for the women's hockey?
I think recently they've gone through a bit of a rebuild stage. They've got quite a lot of young players, but then they've got some experienced players as well. I think there was a player, was she 48?
Yeah.
48.
What?
Yeah.
Steve Murray the second.
Yeah. So we're not quite sure what she's going to be like on the ice against our quick youngsters, but yeah, we take each game as it comes, and hopefully we will get that gold.
So this is the first time at a tournament with new coach Mike Clancy. How's he kind of settling into the role? I met him down at the Ozone when he was down there for the girls' tournament. We had a little chat. Just wondered how he was settling into the role.
He's great. Yeah, the whole. You know, the staff that we've got at the minute are fantastic, and I think that is why we're producing the results. Look at Nottingham beating South Korea. I think was a big statement that's how we can play, and that was just the start. Yeah, it's very much, you know, I don't care how, but put the puck in the net, which, you know, is not pretty hockey. We don't want to play pretty hockey.
Who cares? Go get out this division.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're now putting the scrappy goals away, and as you said, they all count as a goal. So. I think that's the big change I feel, definitely as a forward, that yes, you know, you can cycle all day long, but if it's not going in the net, what's the point? So I really like the kind of mentality they've brought of just get it in,
shoot the puck, yeah.
Get it down there and get it in. So I think it's worked in our favour, especially with the team we've got at the moment. I think that's what we needed, and it's paying off. It's working.
Yeah, I'm all for that kind of hockey. Get the puck to the net, shoot the puck, go get it. Just we'll take rebounds. You touched on a minute ago, Jodie, they took some penalties. It's something that GB, it doesn't matter if it's men's, women's, under 18s. I think we saw our under 18s get stung with it yesterday in a loss to Estonia. We've got to stay out of the box. It's that simple. Yeah. British hockey, I don't know why, but the IHF refs, we're not made for that kind of hockey. We play the wrong kind of game, I think. We always seem to notoriously be out of the box, but I saw yesterday that you actually had half the minutes of Taipei, which we'll take that. We've got to be taking way less penalties than the other team, and if we can continue to do that, that's going to stand you girls real good stead.
Yeah, I think even when we're in the box, our PK is pretty strong. We showed that in Nottingham, and I think we didn't let a goal against. Yeah, we were 100% on the PK in Nottingham. So
pretty good, right?
Yeah, can't get any better.
Let's talk about that, because we spoke about it on the pod at the time. It was legit. The fans came out as the highest attended female game in UK history. Was it like being part of that? And I know sometimes it must be a bit demoralising. You're skating out from women's game and there's like a couple of husbands, a couple of girlfriends, you know, a man, his dog. Then all of a sudden you're getting out there and there's 1,800 people screaming for you girls.
It was mad. Like it was incredible. And I think that helped us get that win against South Korea. They definitely brought an extra atmosphere to the rink, and the buzz around the changing room, just knowing that we had that many people in the rink supporting us, that it really boosted us and helped us.
What do you think we can do to get more kind of traction and more eyes on the female game within the UK?
I think it's tough. I think like at club games, it's very difficult. Even you know, we don't have, for example, in Solihull, we don't have music at the games because we haven't got enough volunteers. So even that creates an atmosphere that people might decide to come. The rink don't open the bar because there's not enough people coming to kind of make it worthwhile for them.
Get some offers on Jaeger bombs in there. You're in Solihull. Surely get some people down, drink some pints.
It's difficult because without that, you know, the music, it brings atmosphere. People enjoy atmosphere, and then it all kind of builds from that. Period breaks, you know, it's obviously all paid by the ice time, and the refs and everything is paid by the players. We can only afford so much, so we don't get as long at ice time, so we're not getting the proper period breaks. And I think that all plays a part, and it's not essentially, it's no one's real fault, as I say, because otherwise the bill would all come on us again, and I think we're paying enough. But I think atmosphere is a big one, and just general following, and a bit of a push on women's hockey. People that came to Nottingham, everybody was just buzzing about it and couldn't believe the standards and just what it was about. It was incredible, and that was by far my best hockey tournament and moment. It was absolutely incredible. So
how about getting more kind of GB, maybe even if it's friendly internationals or whatever it is, kind of maybe a couple of extra fixtures, one in kind of the February half term, one in the September, October half term, whatever it is. If we can, let's try and grow a bit of interest, because ultimately what we want to do is we want to get some young girls going, hey, that looks like fun, I want to have a go at that, and
yeah, definitely
give ourselves a bigger talent pool to pick from when we go forward to these international tournaments. I wanted to talk to you about, obviously, staying off air, seventh year, minus the plus the obviously 2 that we missed through the pandemic, of being in that division. We have not been out of that division since 2013. We keep falling maybe at the last hurdle, or as I just been reminded, we had a crazy tie-break scenario where we could have finished first, we ended up finishing third down to some crazy goal. You guys ready to get out of the division, and what's the kind of frustrations been like? Because obviously you've both been there for quite a large majority of that.
We're sick of it.
Great answer.
No, we honestly, this year is our year, and we will, as a collective team, we will do anything to get out this group. We've been here far too long, and as you've already mentioned, we've kind of flopped at the last hurdle on far too many tournaments within that 7 years. It's come down to, you know, last games and one major game in the tournament, and just haven't been able to, as I've said before, put the puck in the net. And I'll reiterate, I do believe we're a different team, and we are putting the puck in the net. So I do honestly believe that this is our time to say goodbye to this group and never come back.
Love that attitude. I mean, I know you said that rankings don't count for much, but we'll talk about the rankings. And men are currently ranked 18th. Women ranked 23. You've gone up from 24. I mean, it's hard to really do much on the rankings other than when it comes around to Olympic qualification, we get a little bit of an easier tie the higher we are ranked. Yeah. So we do need to kind of get out of this division, because I've always said since we started doing this podcast, this was obviously just as before GB were really doing anything pool A. I think if we ever go to the Olympics, our best chance of qualification was the girls. Now, yeah. Are you in the same kind of camp as that? Do you think you girls at some stage could get that Olympic qualification? Because that would really see avenues open up massively for UK women's hockey.
I think like we have the talent to compete with the higher divisions. I think what we lacking is the support and the sponsorship. Like, again, some of these girls are on the ice once a week. Like, it's not enough. Some of us are playing men's hockey as well, so we get extra ice time. But again, it's only 2 sessions a week, and then we meet up with the GB like once a month. Like, some of these teams are having 3-week training camps. Like, it's just something that we would never even imagine at this point, because the sponsorship and the funding isn't there.
Along with that, though, it's the support we get around being on the ice as well. You know, we've got players that have snapped sticks and then in a complete panic because they've only got one left, and that's because it's all coming out of our own pocket. And like, for example, medical support at club, we don't get anything. If you get niggles and things, a lot of players don't get them seen to because it comes out of our own pocket. We don't have any support with that. So then you come to a Worlds, and yeah, we probably do get more niggles and a few injuries that probably maybe shouldn't have happened, or could be avoided, but
could be preventable, right?
Could be preventable, but without a bit of support, we can't keep giving. So support like that would, I think is also vital for us to push up. But I definitely think it's doable. Us beating Korea, they went to the last Olympics when they hosted, and we beat them, and I do believe that we could have won that group and pushed on to the next group, and obviously that's a step closer. But it's little support things like that I think will make a huge jump in our system, really.
I think you hit the nail on the head. I don't think you could have said it any better than that. And I hope if anybody does catch up and watch this, and you got a bit of cash on the hip, you could go no wrong in donating a little bit towards the program, because it's tough when you got to fund that, you got to work. I don't know if any of the girls have got kids or whatever it may be. Like, there's real stuff going on, as well as having to get up to Sheffield for a training camp, and then some of it out of your own. Is it all out your own pocket when you have to go there still?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep moaning about it on the pod then until they sort that shit out. It's a joke. I'm not going to
I
make
think
you
a
guys
lot of
say
people
that,
don't
but I'm going to
realise,
say it.
A lot of people don't realise that we're not full-time athletes. Like, we all have full-time jobs. We have to work out in the gym. We have training. It's like, it's everything. Like,
you were asked in the hotel, weren't you? As we were leaving for the airport, people were checking out the hotel in Slough and kind of asked what we were about and what we were doing, and kind of said, "Oh, so you're full-time athletes?" And Jodie was like, "No, wait there."
Nope.
I went, "No, we do not get paid."
Yeah, just show me the money.
Yeah.
But it's good. Do you know what? Even if you weren't getting paid, at least if you were getting, you break a stick, there should be a stick there. Like, when you go to these tournaments, if you're in Slough, what happens if maybe work haven't paid you, and then you go to a training camp and you break 3 twigs, 600 quid's worth of sticks? Like, where the fuck do you just pull 600 quid out for sticks? It doesn't, because you can't go to world championships with like 1 twig.
No.
There needs to be something in place. I believe Ice Hockey UK, I think they need to pull their finger up and do something about it, because it's not good enough. It wouldn't happen with a men's team. Quite simply, I don't think it would happen with a men's team, and I think
a lot of it is like
disparate.
Men, obviously, because the men, they get their sticks from their clubs, and they can bring 5, 6, 7 sticks to World Championships, and they just get handed a stick every week if they need it, and it just doesn't happen in the women's game.
No, there's going to be no money at women's level to kind of do that, because you're not bringing fans in the door. It is difficult. We've seen it with a lot of women's sports, but there has been a resurgence in, I kind of say, promotion for women's sport. I mean, I'm a huge women's boxing and women's mixed martial arts fan. Those girls are killing it. They're entertaining. They're worth every penny that they get paid to headline these shows. So it shows that if you put women on a platform and you let them grow, they'll give you a show. Like, obviously, you girls, you showed that in Nottingham. Good performance yesterday. Again, it's a bit weird sometimes when you're watching it, the stream. It's got no real commentary, and there's not many people in the building. It's kind of hard to get going, but you girls, you went through. I think it'd be different tomorrow. Obviously, you're playing the host, so I imagine there are going to be some fans in the building tomorrow.
Yeah, we should hope so. Yeah, as I say, straight from off the back of that Nottingham tournament where we had thousands of people in the crowd, and a home crowd, it was loud every game. And some people actually commented yesterday and was like, whoa, it's quiet. You know, you could hear every echo and everything going on. So yeah, I mean, the fans that we have got out here, we got them chanting eventually. I know that they're a little bit quiet to start with.
They got told off to start with as well.
Yeah, I know the staff in the rink are a little bit strange, not letting people stand up and chant much and do much. But
really,
all COVID rules, all that jazz.
so done with COVID. So done with COVID. What's it been, speaking of that? So what's it been like in the hotel? What's the food like? And I know from previous experience on being on these trips, it can be a little bit dicey.
The food has been hit and miss. The flavour's been there, the temperature not so much, but today we actually finally sorted it and had a good meal this afternoon.
How important is that though? Like, I don't think people understand that. Again, when it comes down to going to these tournaments, making sure you have the right nutrition, because you're away, you're not in your own bed, you're not eating your own food. Like, there's so many factors on how important it is to actually get some good food. And I know like how excited you were earlier just about having a warm meal. Like, it's true though. Have you been eating like a couple of days of cold food? So obviously, was that a team meal, or is it come to get up and do your own thing? Or
yeah, team meal organised in the hotel.
What else are you girls doing to pass the time while you're in the hotel? We got any like card games or anything going on?
There is currently a PGA tour of the hallway. They've
Right.
got mini golf clubs set up.
Perfect.
They're all in the red polos. They've got shorts on and hats. The coaches are also involved.
Oh, I love that.
It's pretty mental up there. I think they're on a par 10.
Yeah.
I like that.
Literally, like from one end of the corridor down the other, there's obstacles and all sorts.
So, are you girls in a hotel with any of the other nations? They still do it that way, or is it kind of split? Or?
Yeah, we've got Chinese Taipei in our hotel, and the other three are elsewhere. We don't actually know where they are. We haven't seen them walking at all. But yeah, we're probably a 15-20 minute walk from the rink. So in the morning and -6, it's pretty fresh. But
is it -6?
Yeah.
I had no idea. The rink's lovely, by the way.
Yeah, it's nice.
It looks nice.
Ice is a little bit.
It's very soft.
It's very, very soft, and they're not
Don't want that.
flooding it as good as they could. There's
Not
a lot of big,
not freezing the pucks, so they bounce a little bit as well.
no bouncy. Yeah, but
That shouldn't be happening at World Championship level. The ice should be great, and the puck should be frozen. Just simple, simple things, just to, because that improves the standard of the game, of course. Yeah. And like you say, when you've only been skating like 1 hour a week or maybe 2 hours a week, you don't want soft ice. Give me some hard ice. Save some legs.
Yeah.
So obviously, one of my friends, Emily Harris, she made her debut yesterday. She got a goal. What's it like getting some of these young bucks in? I know we got like Lucy Beals there as well. A couple of the girls that have been playing in the States.
Yeah, it's really good. Like having obviously Em get her first cap yesterday, and then she scored her first goal as well. It's pretty special for her. They actually announced it as me, and I felt really bad, so I went straight.
Because
I was like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
But yeah, it's great to see, because there's going to become a time where some of the older girls move on, and we need some of these young girls to come through. How important is it that some of them have gone abroad to take that next step? I've wrote the names down. So we've got Nicole, she's in Gothenburg, isn't she?
Yeah.
Lucy's at school in New York. Who's at Harvard? Is it Chloe or Amy?
Chloe, she's playing like, because obviously
rugby, killing people, right?
She's on her scholarship for rugby, so she's just playing like club hockey at Harvard. But yeah, she's been on the ice tons out there as well as killing it at rugby. And being an academic weapon, as we keep calling her.
Yeah, she's quite a clever girl, eh?
Yeah.
And then who else is there? Emily's obviously out in the States, and I forgot about Ella. Ella's in Calgary. Like, what a spot to go to uni. She played that very well.
Yeah.
What's it like having like the kind of mix of the girls that are from home and back from the States? Is it good just to get everyone back? Because obviously you know all these girls, you've known them for a long time. Good to see your mates and stuff. Yeah,
it's good, and I think they're getting a lot of ice time out there, and we get the ice time that we get, and it's good balance.
What's on the agenda for tomorrow before the game? Obviously, it's a late face-off. Do you get a pre-game skate in the morning or anything like that?
Yeah, we've got a half an hour session in the morning. I think it's about lunchtime, so it's not too early, which is nice. So I'm sure we'll have a team meeting or two, a bit of recovery, I guess, before getting the legs going, and then yeah, back to the rink for the game at 8 o'clock our time, 7 o'clock back in the UK.
So do you have physios and stuff out there with you now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So at least that's kind of get how much are you girls taking advantage of that? Where you don't get that every week. Just get that sorted out. Get the back and the shoulders sorted out.
We have a year of injuries and niggles to catch up on, so they're pretty busy.
Yeah, I imagine they're like the busiest people there.
Yeah.
I want to finish up with a couple of fun ones. I want to know who the kind of jokers and the pranksters are. I watch quite a lot of you. I've got quite a few of your social media girls on social media, so I see you having a bit of fun out there. Who's the kind of the pranksters and the jokers?
Kate Marsden, 100%.
Oh, is she all up in it?
She is ripping Sean to pieces every single day in the group chat. He must have an album of photos of him that are horrendous.
Just giving it to.
She's been threatened to have her phone taken off her to stop her taking photos, but she just continues to kill him every day.
Imagine going away at a senior GB trip and get your phone confiscated like you're away at the like an under-18 tournament.
He was like, well, if you didn't know, I can text on my watch.
Always an answer. Who's the locker room DJ?
Me.
Okay, what you rocking at the moment then? What's on the playlist?
We have a bit of everything. We have a pre-game playlist and it is called All Aboard the Spain Train.
I like that. Good
There's
name.
just a bit of like Pump Up, some Tom Zanetti, some Drake. Our go-to to walk out the changing room is Free From Desire.
Nice.
Then afterwards we have an oldies playlist. First up is always Sweet Caroline when we've won.
Is that the winning song?
Yeah. And then it's just a load of sing-alongs and everyone loves an oldie.
Yeah, good fun ones to kind of see the day out. Well, girls, thank you very much for taking time out, and it'd be good to catch up with you actually as the tournament goes on. So just what I wish you the best of luck going forward, get that win tomorrow against Spain and push forward. Let's get out this division this year.
Thank you.
Right, all the best. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. You can please share this and, well, keep trying to pump up the women's hockey in the UK. Help these girls get some more funding. It really is important. Girls, all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've stopped that live stream now. I'll stop recording.